Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the West Ham Networks. This is the Hammers headlines, of course, in association with our good friends over at Knees Up Mother Brown. So get across there and check them out, kumb.com. Fantastic content as per usual. But we're here to bring you lots of West Ham stories, and there is lots. You can't help but feel like it's the silly season. However, there is potentially going to be some concrete changes made over the next couple of days, whether that's going to be incomings or outgoings. And I feel like this one in particular, this particular show, is about the potential outgoings at West Ham. So let me get straight into the nitty gritty, and it's all about this man here, Danny Ings. Now, Celtic in particular are being and have been inactive in the January transfer window. Now, reports in Scotland are suggesting that he or people within the game are looking at options for Celtic. Celtic fans are growing frustrated at the lack of transfer deals. They're looking at all different players all over the world, but they're saying that the link of Danny Ings to Celtic could be a very good short-term thing, a match made in heaven. Could it be that Danny Ings would move on loan temporarily to Celtic? Who knows what that situation could bring? He has, of course, struggled for minutes at West Ham, and you can't help but think that that would be a very good short-term solution to West Ham's situation. But we are talking about a lot of players potentially heading out the door, and I don't know what that looks like for West Ham, because if you're hearing the rumours about Cornet, you're hearing the rumours about Pablo Fornals, who we will talk about in a second, you're hearing the rumours about Saïd Benrahma potentially leaving the club, then surely all of these players are not leaving the club. What we do know about Danny Ings is he is one of the highest paid players at West Ham, earning 125, around about that K a week. Now, Celtic would not be able to subsidise those wages at all. I think they would be able to subsidise something, but nowhere near. And what would that do financially for West Ham? Would it free up wages? Well, not necessarily. No, it wouldn't, because Celtic wouldn't be able to afford the money that he would be on. So I don't really know the full end of the contract situation and how much it would mean for West Ham to move the player on. Of course, what we do know is we've got him until June the 30th of 2025. So another year and a half at West Ham earning that amount of money. And it does make you feel slightly silly on the fact that the deal hasn't been great. He has been playing a little bit better over the last couple of weeks, but it's still not enough to drive West Ham to the next stage. Can a club come in and offer West Ham a deal that could satisfy the needs of West Ham, satisfy the needs of Danny Ings? And again, at the age of 31, why would he potentially want to take a big drop in his wages? I can't see it. So we could be left, with all due respect, with Danny Ings. I don't know if Celtic could afford him. So that is an interesting link. So let me know your thoughts. I'll rule that one out, to be honest. I don't think they'll be able to afford him at all. The next one, though, which is also another interesting one, is that Divine Mubama is a loan target for Dutch side FC 20, but we don't want to part ways with the player. Now, we've seen Callum Marshall head out to West Brom. Not sure what I think about that. You know, I'm two minds whether or not it's maybe a big jump or it's been, as Russ said, not a thought out process and a move. But FC20 are keen and apparently are looking around West Ham and Mubama in particular about bringing him in on loan. Now, apparently, Sheffield Wednesday were sniffing around the player to see if they would be keen to bring him in, but he has featured a little bit in and out of the squad in the first team setup, and he is out of contract in the summer, and West Ham are yet to agree a deal with the player, and that is expected to take place as soon as possible. One thing we know is he will not be leaving on a permanent deal. West Ham are working behind the scenes to ensure we can commit his future to our club, but I'm not sure what it's like if we send him out on loan. If I'm talking about all the players, Danny Ings, Mubama, as I've said, Cornet, Benrahma, and Fornals, that's potentially 5 outgoings. It's not going to happen, so let's park that one to the side. But apparently, West Bromwich Albion did look at the option to bring Mubama, who into the club, and apparently Mubama is kind of open to getting regular first-team football, but you know, West Ham don't have the strength and depth, and he has featured within reason as well. Marshall's gone, so that keeps Mubama into that next position there. I'm not sure. I don't know what to think of it, to be honest. I can't really see it happening. The only way I could see Mubama happening is if he signs a deal over the next couple of days to commit his long-term future to West Ham. Bang, then he goes out on loan. That's the only way I could see that one happening. And even at that, I don't think he would, because I think he's going to feature a little bit between now and the end of the season. So leave your comments in the comment section and let me know your thoughts on Mubama. Now, we've spoken about this a little bit, and it's Pablo Fornals and Real Betis, and it seems that his time is definitely coming to an end because, according to several sites, the midfielder has agreed personal terms with Real Betis and is expected to join the Spanish side in the near future. And that would come as a blow to West Ham fans because we do rate him as an individual. His passion, his charisma, everything about the club, his passion for the club, and he's been a key player during the last few years of progressing him. However, he has struggled for form this season, in particular last season, and it looks like he is going to get his move to Spain, where he's potentially going to be reunited with the manager that brought him to West Ham, Manuel Pellegrini. I've done a show already, pretty much, dedicating my love and desire to keep Pablo Fornals in the West Ham squad, but it is one of those ones where it comes at a time and a place, and we could probably generate a reasonable fee to bring in some much needed funds into the team. There comes a time and a place when a player does need to leave, and we need to freshen up the squad, and he could be surplus to those requirements, and I think it will happen. So if it does happen between now and the end of the window, which is only a couple of days away, then we wish him all the best. But we'll bring that news to you as soon as it does happen, of course, as per usual at the West Ham Network. Now, listen, if you are new around here, please subscribe to the channel. Help us out, push us up to the 30k subscribers mark. I'm going for the big aim of I want that done by the middle of the year. Russ and Holly will be laughing at me, but who cares? Hit the thumbs up as well. Leave a comment if you're enjoying the content. If you want to become a channel member, then hit the membership option. Will Danny Ings be heading out of West Ham this January transfer window? Rumours kicking around saying it could be Celtic on loan, but I don't think they've got the finances to get that one deal done. So I'll push that one to the side. Mubama off to FC20. I can't see that one happening unless he signs a long-term contract over the next few days. And Pablo, farewell, my son. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. Take it easy, everyone. And of course, come on, your hands.